food, and water. Stay hydrated. Please stay hydrated. They do have water jugs and water fountains throughout the convention, but the fact is you're going to be so busy, you're probably not even going to think about keeping yourself hydrated. You're not going to think about water. So it's a really good idea to have a water bottle on you that you can just refill whenever. Eat food, especially for you first-time con-goers, because there will be so much going on. You're going to have the adrenaline pumping. My first con, I made huge mistake. I only went for one day, but for that entire day, I ate nothing. And it's not that I was just like, oh, I don't have time for food. I literally didn't feel hungry. We stopped once, and me and my friends bought a Subway sandwich, you know, to share, and I took maybe one bite off of it, which I should have eaten more, but I didn't, because I didn't feel hungry. The next day, I felt so sick. I had like hunger pains. I thought I was gonna throw up. I was so hungry. It was awful. Eat. I really suggest bringing like a granola bar, maybe some like cut up apples in a baggie, and just have it in your day pack, just in case. And even if you don't feel hungry, if you're sitting there waiting in line, just nibble on something, put something in your belly. Because like I said, you're going to be doing a lot of walking, you're expelling a lot of energy, you need to replenish that energy, especially if you're staying multiple days, because you won't have fun if you're grumpy and hungry and bleh. Another thing is I would really suggest taking vitamins and drinking some emergency before you go to con and during con, because there is con crud, or the con plague, which is pretty much what it sounds like. You get a bunch of people all crammed together in a little room, one person's sick, in close quarters, disease spreads, and it's happened to me twice that, I go to con, I come home, and I am just so sick. And it's usually just kind of like a cold, mild flu kind of sick, but it's still no fun. Money. I have learned this trick through mistakes. What I suggest doing is having your money for hotel, ferry, or airplane, or bus, or whatever, your food money on your card, your Visa card or whatever, and then having your spending money in cash. First of all, because when you're in the vendor's hall, much easier, much faster dealing with cash than it is trying to deal with your card. And then you know exactly how much money you have to spend on souvenirs. Because I tell you what, you go into that vendor's hall and it's like, oh, I need to buy everything. You don't need to buy everything, and please don't spend your hotel money in the vendor's hall. It's not a good idea. It ends very badly. When you do, they do have an ATM at con, but that ATM actually will run out of money quite quickly and quite frequently. So I suggest having your money and everything set up and with you before you even come to con. Bring change. The vendor's hall will be full of 20s and 10s. Bring 5s and 1s. The vendors will love you for it, because they run out of their change pretty quickly sometimes. Another thing about the vendor's hall, I suggest, or at least this is what my routine is, first day, go through, walk around, look at every booth. You see something you like, don't buy it right away, because chances are you can find it in a different booth for cheaper, or even online cheaper. Second day, I'll usually go and I'll buy some stuff. Third day is my big buying day because the vendors are much more likely to have sales, be willing to cut deals with you. It's just my plan. Artist's Alley. Please visit Artist's Alley. It's great. It's supporting local artists, people who really put their heart and soul into their work. And it's stuff that, the stuff in the vendors hall, you can find it online. But a lot of the art that you'll find in Artist's Alley, you won't be able to find anywhere else. So please go and look and, appreciate, and you can stop and you can talk to these artists, and they're very friendly. Don't be afraid to ask questions, don't be afraid to compliment them on their work. Same thing with cosplayers. If you see a cosplayer with a really awesome outfit, don't be afraid to compliment them. You will make their day. They love getting compliments. Cosplayers love getting compliments, especially if they made their cosplay, because they put a lot of work in it. Let's see, what's another thing?